Good day. I'm Carrie Packard, the proud daughter-in-law of Mr. Glenn Allen Packard. If you're wondering why I'm in this fabulous Mustang convertible, well then you don't know Glenn Packard. So pay attention. Ta-ta.
Hi, honey. I'm here at Gateway Apartments. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. There it is. Where it all started. Our married life together. And this is in celebration of your 65th birthday. Happy, happy birthday. I don't know where the time has gone. And sometimes it seems like time is flying by and it's like a meteor shower, like all these memories. And then other times it's like, you know, time has stood still. So those are the moments I'm going to try to remember. One is when we first met. The first meeting wasn't really actually at Bamberger's, it was at Brookdale. And I remember you said to me when I was turning in my paper, "Will I see you again in the fall?" And I said, "No, I was hired by United Airlines and I'll be going as a flight attendant." So, you know, that's what happened. When I walked away and you didn't say anything, and then I saw you again, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks later, and Patty was jumping up and down saying, over here, I got somebody I want you to meet. So that was that. And that was the first meeting. And then I remember, of course, our first apartment starting out, and that was amazing. And you know, then we started our married life together, and all of the fun things that happened so quickly. It seemed like, you know, got married, got a house, had babies, and you know, through it all, you always were there, very supportive, very amazing, and you know, always there for me, always supporting me. And I had mentioned to Courtney the time that you fed the meter when actually we were still dating, and my car was at Kennedy, and you came all the way up from Brookdale to keep the car from being towed. And that's how you've been. You've always been that supportive person my whole life. Probably the rock that makes my foundation, and the support that allows me to do what I do, because to my own devices, I don't think I would have ever imagined that I would be where I am now, living the life that I'm living with you and our beautiful children. And the other thing I'll always remember about you is the hero. You've always been my hero. In the hospital, you know, if I felt your hand, I knew that everything would be okay. And again, just recently, when I fell at Ernie and Ellen's, and I looked over and I saw your face, and you just scooped me up, and I felt like, wow, you know, that's still the amazing thing about our relationship, that I look at you, that I'm so blessed and fortunate to have you in my life. I love you so much, and the memories and the moments in time are all there up in my head, up in my little noggin, and hopefully we'll get to share them this evening. I love you. Happy 65th birthday. Mwah.
I'm here on my porch in Ocean City, and Stephanie wanted us to say a little thing about something special when you and I were young, and for your birthday. So I remember that the time that you and I were horsing around and we broke the vase, and I cut myself, and we wrote a note to Mom saying that we were going to go get money to pay for it, and we went to Grandma, and by the time we got to Grandma's, Mom had called her already. She kind of knew where we were going, and so she really wasn't that mad at us, but it was kind of a little traumatic at the moment. But so listen, I want to wish you and your family a happy birthday. I want you to have a good time, enjoy yourself. You're not as old as I am. You're making me feel older, but I think we're in pretty good shape for a couple of old guys. So salute.
I just want to wish you a happy 65th birthday. I also was asked if I could mention something that I kind of remember that you and I sort of did together. I went for a motorcycle ride with you. That was my first time on a motorcycle and the last. But you did a great job and made me feel very secure. You're a great driver. So I just want to say, have a great day. Lots of fun. Enjoy your family. Many, many more birthdays to come. And remember one thing. You'll never be as old as I am. Salud.
Hi, Glenn. Happy birthday. I understand you're going to be 65.
Welcome to Medicare.
We love you, and we wish you the best. We're going to make this short and sweet so that we can send it to you. We want to wish you and the family the best, and I know they're enjoying your company on a very, very, very special day.
You're lucky to have 4 generations celebrating your birthday, your mom, your children, and your grandchildren.
That's very special.
Very special.
And couldn't ask for a better husband, a better father, a better grandfather, a better anything.
Better friend.
So we love you. Happy, happy, happy birthday, and many, many, many more. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Happy birthday. Wish we were there celebrating with your moments in time. I have a couple of my own to share, and I'm sure you'll remember them as great moments too. My first one was one of the very first times that we were invited down to Mirasol with you and Stephanie, and we went to a fabulous party, and it was the first time I saw you let your hair down. So my cool, calm, and collected friend donned on a pair of feathered multicolored wings and danced the night away, and if I'm not mistaken, you've actually won the dance contest as well. And my second one is at our own dining room table, the conversation we had about the number 3. And you and I know we can both bust a gut thinking about it. And your final memory, not your final memory, but another great memory is your beautiful car. I hope you have another 65 years to drive it. Wishing you well. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Bye.
Hey Glenn, happy birthday. And have a lot of memories from Dover when we shared the desk across from each other and had to run from the rats. Also when someone locked you in the back of the warehouse. That was the first time we really actually knew that you knew curse words. Going to the Yankee game, that was a great, great game. But the bus ride, the train ride home was even better. That was a good one. And I know how much you like the Quest, that you even had to borrow it. It's one of the famous vehicles there. But hopefully you have a great time, and I'll see you when you get back. Bye.
All right, so we're rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, first I got to say is that Kyle and Fran have done a wonderful job. We are like in a professional studio right now. We've got a professional camera, we're mic'd, and we have special lights, and they've done a wonderful job doing this. But hello to everybody, and happy birthday, Glenn. I hope everyone's having a great time. Of course, Stephanie asked us to tell a little story or something that we remember about you, Glenn, and I'm not sure if I ever told you the story, but I always give you credit for me meeting one of my guitar heroes. And it's funny how the memory came back to me, because I'm driving in a car. This is only this past week. I'm driving in Wilmington, North Carolina, and a song comes on the radio that I haven't probably heard in about 40 years, and it's Jesus Is Just All Right With Me by the Doobie Brothers. So now, flashback to 1972, 73, it must have been my 15th or 16th birthday. Stephanie gives me a present, and it's the album Toulouse Street by the Doobie Brothers. And the only thing I knew about the Doobie Brothers then was they had a hit song, Listen to the Music, and didn't really know much about the band. Of course, I start listening to this album and fall in love with it. I play this thing until it's like paper thin. I have a new group I love, Pat Simmons, lead guitarist, love the whole thing. I tell Stephanie that, how much I'm really enjoying her present. And she confesses to me, I don't know if you remember this, Stephanie, but you told me that actually it was you, Glenn, that had picked out the album for me. So thank you very much. It's kind of sort of a love affair with a new group. I love music, and I'm not surprised that you had picked it out because you always had a great record collection. We're always very generous about allowing me to listen to all your records when I came up to the house. So now flashing forward from then, they release, I think, 3 more albums. It's The Captain and Me, Once Were What, Vices Are Now Habits, and Stampede. And now we're at 1976, a freshman or a sophomore at Ohio State University. They release a new album, Taking It to the Streets. A lot of people probably heard of that one. And added to the band, coming from Steely Dan, is Jeff Skunk Baxter, one of my guitar heroes, again from Steely Dan. They had stopped touring, and he liked to tour, so Doobie Brothers invited him into the band. So now the band is now touring for taking it to the streets. And they're coming to Ohio State. My roommate works at the auditorium. He actually gets us in early, like a few hours early, and we get to watch the roadies set up the Doobie Brothers stage. And we're on a mezzanine that's like around the back and the side of the stage, about maybe 12 feet above the stage. And it's wires and amps and guitars and pianos and the whole thing. Unbeknownst to us, there is a door to backstage right below us where we're standing. Out comes a gentleman, he walks up the steps, goes onto the stage, starts talking to the roadies, turns around, starts walking back toward us, and it's Jeff Skunk Baxter from Steely Dan, now with the Doobie Brothers. And he stops on the top step, looks up at us, and goes, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Now he's talking to us, and we're like dumbfounded that he's actually talking to us. So I can't even remember if we replied or not, but hopefully we said something like, "We're doing good." He says, "You coming to the show tonight?" So yeah, definitely we're going to come to the show. I said, "Cool, see you later, bye." Goes down the steps and back backstage. And of course, we're like dumbfounded. We're giddy as schoolgirls because now Jeff Skunk Baxter has just talked to us. And I've always given you credit because you gave me that first Doobie Brothers album, which is still, I love them still. And it's just funny how that memory came back to me after all these years. It was almost like fate that song came on the radio when it did. And it was just a wonderful memory, and I just thought about all those years from then, when you first met Stephanie, till now, and just how great it is to have you in the family. And we love you so much. Happy birthday. Peace out.
Go. I'm going to sing a little song that I wrote for Glenn, The Chief, on his way home after a day's work. Hail to the chief, did you make us lots of money? Out on the road selling goods to everyone. Tapes loud and clear by the Nippon Company Sony. Mom's made it through the day with us maddeningly. We have romped, we have played, we have swum and we have danced. We have fought, we have scratched, we have pee-peed in our pants. Hail to the chief, did you make us lots of money? Now join the family in blissful harmony. Thank you. Happy birthday, Glenn.
That's great. Thanks, David. I think I've heard that probably since I last heard Jesus Is All Right With Me. That is awesome. Good job. First take, too. Nice.
Did I get happy birthday in there?
Yeah. Hey, Uncle Glenn. Happy birthday. I don't know which birthday it is for you.
He's 39.
39.
But yeah, I guess one of my most prominent memories with you was the first time we ever went to Medieval Times. I remember it being a very exciting place in my Robin costume, and yeah, it was really great memories. I remember the food was really good and greasy, and we went through the medieval dungeon afterwards, and I've always remembered that. It's because of all the ingenious contraptions they would use on each other. So yeah, thank you for all the great memories, and hope this birthday is a good one. Happy birthday.
Hey Glenn, happy birthday. Those are two hard acts to follow between Jeff and Bill. But I wanted to recount one of my fondest memories of us together, and had to do with another birthday party. And that was for Stephanie's, as we were sneaking into New York City, and it was so much fun working with you in hiding Granddaddy and all the shenanigans. It was like a Mission Impossible theme, and you were wonderful at it. You planned just a wonderful event with your family for Stephanie. I just remember us going down on the service elevator as you guys were coming up on the regular elevator, trying to evade Stephanie, which is not the easiest thing to do. I think you did a great job on that, as with everything else, and just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and it's always fun doing business with you. Love you.
All right.
All right. Come on, right over here. Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
I don't even know.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chief. Happy birthday to you. Again. Happy birthday to you. Okay, pause. All right.
Before we start again.
All right.
It's editing.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chief. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Glenn.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Uncle Glenn. Happy birthday to you. Woohoo! Uncle Glenn, I hope you're having a great birthday. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with some of the free agents, but I think LeBron's going back to Cleveland. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that. And I hope you have a great day.
I've been asked to say a few words about Glenn and some great memories that we had through the years. And there's been many, many of them, so I'm going to give some of the highlights. One of the things that quickly comes to mind is that when Glenn was over my house, which was many times, he used to play around with everything in the house until he would break something. And my mother called him the house wrecker. And she took me aside one day and she said, please, you have to watch Glenn very carefully because he's just going to wreck this house. So going forward, I, of course, had to watch him like a hawk. That was one of the great memories I have of Glenn. Another is, and everyone thinks that Glenn is a very conservative guy, but coming back from Atlantic City, we were driving with Glenn, and he had one of the cars that his father loaned him for the day or the week, and it was a Chevy Super Sport. And Glenn decided to race David Grouse, and I was in the back seat, and we raced, and Glenn got over 100 miles an hour till we finally beat what we described as the bald-headed eagle, because that's what we call David Grouse. He had alopecia, and we weren't politically very sensitive. So we beat the bald-headed eagle, and I have to admit that I was on the ground in the back seat, and I actually may have had a little spot of brown in my underwear from that. So that's a great memory I have. Let's see, other memories. We would go with Glenn to Don's Drive-In, and Glenn, since he was the chick magnet, and we called him Shack and Packin', and we were just happy to get all of his cast-offs when we went to Don's Drive-In. Now, there's quite a bit more. I remember we used to sit on the bench during practice in basketball, and the coach would give us the whistle to hold, and because we didn't like him so much at that point in time, we would take the whistle and we would rub it around in our crotch and then give it back to the coach. And so the coach got a good taste of things. You know, Glenn and I were philosophizing the other day, and Glenn says to me, you know, when I was 20 and I had an erection, I couldn't bend it with both hands. He said, when I was 30, I could bend it maybe 15 degrees. When I was 50, I could probably bend it 30 degrees. Well, here I am, I'm 65, and I can bend it in half with one hand. And I said to Glenn, so Glenn, what's your point? He said, just how strong am I going to get? And so that's my memories of Glenn. There's many more of them, and I hope this helps. Talk to you soon. Bye.
When he comes down to the lake with me.
What else do you like doing with Pop Pop?
Going to Chuck E. Cheese with him.
Can you say happy birthday?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Papa. My favorite memory with you when we were playing in the pool with Florida together. Happy birthday, love L-O-V-E. L-O-V-E.
Hey Dad, just wanted to wish you a happy 65th birthday. I hope you're having an amazing day, and just wanted to thank you and say that I love you, and thank you for all the support that you provided to me and Courtney over the years. And watching you interact with Alex and Samantha brings nothing but joy to me, and I'm so happy that we were able to celebrate this wonderful day with you. Looking back, one of my fondest memories, and actually earliest memories, was a long time ago on a Christmas day in 2001. Courtney had invited me to your place to meet the family, and I remember James Brennan was also there, and I remember that there were some gifts being exchanged, and one gift in particular stands out, where Granddaddy had bought this beautiful teddy bear polo Christmas sweater. And to see the excitement of everybody while you open this wonderful box and pull out this sweater that was clear to everybody, that was just a bit too small, but everybody, including James, I think really led by James, really pushed you to put it on for all of us so that we could really see that wonderful sweater. And the look on your face when you walked into that room with that sweater on, barely able to breathe, I think was priceless. And really showed what a good sport you were, and really showed how much you loved the family, and how much you were always there for everybody. So again, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and wishing you many more.
Hi Daddy, happy 65th birthday. So excited to be here in Mirasol spending the birthday with you and the whole family. What a great celebration. And thinking of my favorite memory with you has been difficult. A lot of memories have come to mind. The first memory, for some reason, that came in mind was when we were skiing, and I wanted to use my poles for the first time to catch up probably with Brian and you. And I was skiing down the mountain, and I knocked out my 2 front teeth, and there was blood everywhere, and Mom is in the ski lift panicking, and you were so calm, and I was scared, and you took me right to the ski patrol, and I think we pulled out the teeth, and you got me right back on the mountain and started again. Another one was watch your toesies, and all of the vacations that we had together, and you always made it such an important part of your life to take time and spend with us, and take Fridays off early, and take us on the most wonderful trips that really made us solidify as a family and create great bonds, and hope to do that with my family as well. But let's see, the greatest memory that I have of us together would probably be when you walked me down the aisle for my wedding. I remember standing there and feeling like I grew up, but looking at you and still being your little girl, and I don't think you were breathing, and as we were walking, you took a deep breath and smiled, and I just always remember that there were a lot of people around, but walking down the aisle was just you and me, and having that memory together. So that was the start of my life and my family. So thank you for showing me
such a great life, and how to have that balance of work and life, and just very fortunate to be your daughter, and just can't say enough how much I love you and what your support means to me. Love you, Dad. Bye.
Happy 65th birthday, Dad. I've been so blessed to be a part of your family for the last 10 years, and getting to know you as a person has been a real gift. You have inspired me in so many ways with your work ethic and your kindness and your loyalty and your love for your entire family. It's really meant a lot to be a part of that. But my most favorite moment in time, and not to sound cliche, would have to be the day that I met you. I was so nervous, already knowing I was in love with Brian, the man of my dreams. We pulled up to your beautiful home on the corner of Canterbury Court, and like that wasn't enough. You opened the door, and you and Mom looked like two stunning supermodels standing there, which I could have thought Brian had hired actors to be his parents because you were so amazing. But I was so nervous to just tell you all about who I was, the good and the bad, because the level of impressiveness that you had set was so high. It definitely turned up the heat on me. And so anyway, I told you who I was, the good and the bad, the non-college graduate who decided to become a model at 19 after dropping out. We sat at the table on the backyard. Mom had made our second dinner for the day, and just looking in your eyes across the table, getting to tell you who I was, and seeing the non-judgment and the kindness and the love that you had for your family was truly my most favorite moment. And thank you for having accepted me, or at least I think you accepted me then. But you've meant the world to me, and I'm just so blessed to call myself your daughter. I love you, and I hope for you only the best in life, and may all your birthday wishes come true.
July 26, 1949, Glenn Allen Packin is born. July 26, 2014, Glenn Packin is 65. My dad is an amazing man, and in those 65 years has accomplished so much, and I'm so proud of him and the family he's created and the memories we all have together. One is a memory that will go back pretty far, and I would say I was probably around 5 years old, and it's not a fun, happy, hug it up moment. It was a moment where my father told me not to go off a bike ramp. It was down in the street by Hank Moody's house, and I had my dirt bike and decided I was going to do it, and it didn't matter what Dad said. And of course I went off of it, nailed the curb, hit my chin, had many stitches and a big scar to prove it. And my father came home, and instead of saying, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I said, "I told you not to do that." And once he told me that, I knew he was right. And from then on, Dad was always right. I never defied him. I never wanted to hurt him. I never wanted to disappoint him. So from that moment on, I knew Dad knew more than I knew, and he still does today. I have so many more I'd like to share, and I can start with some of the great baseball memories we have together. From day one, Dad got right involved with that and started making sure I was going to be the best on the team and have all the opportunities to do well. And my favorite moments were Dad pitching me batting practice. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of pitches came from that left arm and made me the baseball player and the person I am today. Because without baseball, I wouldn't have the character I have, and baseball was our bond. And it was a way that we could share our time together, and a healthy, fun sport that we both enjoyed greatly. And to this day, it's still one of the biggest conversation pieces we have, talking about all the fun times we had and all the great memories that were created from baseball. My final kind of chapter in memories that I remember for Dad was when I met Carrie. He knew that she was the right one for me and gave me all the love and support to continue to pursue that relationship with the most I had, without fearing anything, and knowing that that was the person I wanted to spend my rest of my life with. And I had the stamp of approval from my father and made that very easy. Not only was he present at our wedding and so happy to be a part of it, but he also renewed our 5-year wedding anniversary vows, which was very special to me. Family's been as much behind our relationship as baseball or anything, and more so. It makes me feel good to know that they love my wife as much as I do. And Dad, you're the leader of that. And lastly is your business prowess. I've always respected it, and you've given me work ethic. It's made me proud to do well in business and know that you're proud of me doing it. And it's given me the tools to go ahead and continue to try to grow and enhance what Carrie and I have already created, and look to do more special things in business to continue to make you happy and proud. And I couldn't be happier and more in love with the fact that I have the best dad in the world. You mean everything to me, and without you, life wouldn't be the same. So I love you, Dad. To another 65 years and some golf and some fun and tennis and swimming and all the things that we love to do together. But thank you for being you, and thank you for having me.